past that with a NASDAQ. That's cash when the money fall, I'ma slap that. Clap when the money go, you don't slap. That's facts. If the money low, I'ma grab brown man. When it come back, I'ma give back my bad. When the check hit, the direct hit. I'm glad when the check missed the direct hit. I'm sad like, who's that knocking at my window? They say that it's the money, I'm like tenfold. Over and out. That's gon' make you up like a limbo. She said she not a, she an. Why you do that like that? It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't getting too bad, my bad. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. I cop a car, I run it back. Go your then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back.
It's lonely on top of the throne. I ain't a king of the pawn. Hop on a jet across the globe. I guess the road is my home and there's so many milk. Bird in my dome and like turbulent air. I'm switching these flows. If you look at my neck, boy, I'm letting it snow. I'm sturdy as hell, as a vessel alone. They showing me love in my city. Gangsta hippies. Women like Nick, you know what I'm about. I'm not. The stereotypes, they do not fit me. I'm bigger than life. Gave everyone jobs. I'm not a guard. Go hard with a squad. I'm playing my part, but I'm LeBron. Rings to the team, I feel Jackson and hard. The homie calling from a cell. A couple of homies be making it. I just want all of them dudes to do well. Not worry about taking a couple of L's.
Well, Coach, the seating capacity is 65,000 at Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Chicago Bears and the Detroit Lions. That's fielded in the end zone.
Let's go, baby. Let's go. Watch a slap. Watch a slap. Watch a slap.
They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing on it.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done. Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Here's Trubisky to throw. And an alley to run. Able to pick up a dozen yards there on the scramble, but not enough. 4th down. And him running the football is not something that defenses spend a lot of time preparing for. But this guy has a survival instinct and a knack for knowing when exactly to do it. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Lions will take over. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now movement already. So a flag down here on our very first play. A full start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Looking to throw. Morris. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago. One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, Got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Go now. 70, Indy.
I'm going back.
Trickstone, travel.
Back to throw. Morris throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. The intended target, T.J. Hawkinson, but now it's third down. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence. Obviously, they didn't get everything they wanted on that completion, but they put themselves in a spot where you've got to at least think about going for it. I know where we are on the field, but still, you've got to think about it, don't you?
This one angles out of bounds in a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line. They decide against going for it on 4th and 1, maybe to the dismay of their offense, but hey, a nice consolation prize down inside the 5.
Nice consolation prize indeed. So maybe the offense is upset, but they show confidence in their defense by punting it away.
A running play on first down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Damon Harrison, the one on the stop.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 5-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Trubisky now down around his goal line, and that is incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. Now keep in mind, they did have 3 interceptions last week. Couldn't quite come up with a first quarter pick that time.
But they had to like what they saw in terms of reacting when the ball is thrown. We had an expression when I played. It was called break on it. Every time the quarterback puts the ball in the air, break on the football. Go make a play and accumulate those interceptions.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5. That's now his 2nd interception and as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head up.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So a first quarter sack, and remember, keep in mind, he had 2 sacks in last week's game.
And it's always intriguing to me to watch these great pass rushers because some of them, they need their teammates to scheme for them. Maybe occupy people and make it a one-on-one matchup. Other guys, they just defeat everything in front of them. To get 2 sacks in a game, it's a little bit of both for you.
It's now 3rd.
Set, ready? 60 Pittsburgh.
Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day.
5.
Morris going to throw on 3rd and goal. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. Greg Joseph on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Trubisky gives to Cohen. Oh, Cohen lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations, big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That could be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Let's put him on the bus.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
On third down, Trubisky. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 47, 30, 10, 5, and he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Now this defense looking like they have come to play the pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visit. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski, that's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14, Bears nothing.
180! 58, right there. Tighten up. Pull it together.
Trubisky now off the bootleg, sliding out of the pocket. His throw incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. The Bears on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And that is incomplete. Will Harris there to make the play.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Now this throw caught left side. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Hey! Hey, we got 4.
On the run, it's Kelly. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Recon, 132 fighter. Clear. Go.
Now Morris. From the gun, he'll throw. And the catch made by Hilton. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
1st down Lions on a pickup of 13.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Stop your whining.
Snap.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here, 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jarrett Davis. And the field position doesn't get much better than this. They'll have it 1st and goal at the 8-yard line. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want it.
Here's a 2nd and 7. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. T.J. Hawkinson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. The extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-0. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to go.
The ball comes out, and this is scooped up by the Lions.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the same play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really...
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Damon Harrison bringing in 341 pounds of power for the sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long. Here's Trubisky. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Chicago. And he uncorks a beauty, best of the day. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And out will come the offense as they take over. They'll start on the ground with Kelly. And this will be a pickup of 4 here, up to their own 20. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Come on, D. You draw course.
Morris now looking to throw on second down. Open man is Galladay, complete. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and
The Lions on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try and run for it with Kelly. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
23 yards, the final tally.
Lions, first down.
Ready, set.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
You ain't doing nothing. You jump up.
Here's Morris, operating from the gun. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Leonard Floyd. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Second and long. He'll get this one to Galladay. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Morris. He's got it. They've moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
Pilot, 64. Quick.
Give these traps. Let's go.
2nd and 4. For the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, he's been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Defense may be thinking pass. They come out in the nickel on 3rd and goal. To throw is Morris. From the gun, he'll throw. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. The 40, 20, 10, and they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. It's a short kick, taken at the 15. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. So we're at halftime here in the annual Thanksgiving game in Detroit. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
We play to win. Let's go. Down.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They'll run with Kelly. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. This is Kelly. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Big stop. Let's fight.
Back to throw. Morris. Throw left side, taken in by Galladay. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 19. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 11 more on that one and another first down.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Check 45 to line. Hey, you. Let's go, D. 80, go.
Morris operating from the gun. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
A run there on first down and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw. Morris. And he's got his man on the out route. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Now Morris to throw on 2nd down. And his throw here's incomplete.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. Setting up the screen to Kelly. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They come out here in the I. They'll try and run for it with Penny. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
Watch twins. Watch twins.
Back to throw. Morris. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So put 3 on the board, but from that far into enemy territory, probably hoping for more.
Yeah, I think they're going to get together on the sideline and talk about it, right? Because you get that far, that deep, you want to come away with a touchdown. They'll take the 3, but they're going to file it away for the future.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Recon, 132 fighter. Shoot!
Now it's Trubisky. Flush to his right. He'll get this complete into the hands of Riley Ridley. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears 1st down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. From the 38, Trubisky. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpire's got different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
On 2nd down, Trubisky. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run.
How many times do we hear that 3rd down may be the most important down in football, and there's no better example than what we just saw right there. Forced to scramble, knows where the 1st down marker is, dives for it, and gets it. What a big-time play, putting his body on the line to pick up a key 1st down.
It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll be second down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, running with Cohen. Yeah, he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46. The Bears on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 4. Play action. It's Trubisky. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
On first down, it's Cohen trying to run inside, but nothing there. The tackle made there by Jared Davis.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
180. Mike, 58, right there. I got you. I got you.
Throwing on 2nd down. Trubisky. It's complete to Robinson. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 31-yard line. Trubisky now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Montgomery. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
On 2nd and 11 now. Trubisky. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long. Well, that one sailed a bit, but the catch is still made. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
One of the selling points of the corner route is usually the receiver is able to move away from the defender. But in this case, he didn't get that far away.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 18. He's at the 40, the 20. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
The Bears take over 1st down at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Back to the air, Trubisky after the pick 6. Being chased out left. He'll run it. And some room to roam now. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. The ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. David Montgomery, the target out of the backfield, and now it's third down. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And an alley to run. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Now they'll run it with Cohen. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got it second and goal as they look for a late touchdown. On second and goal, Trubisky, and he completes it to Cohen. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
They'll run for it with Montgomery. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. David Montgomery with touchdown number 7 on the year. Then the Bears get a bit closer. They go for just 1 here as it's up and good. And that will get them 1 closer. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
Check 45 to Mike. Check 45 to Mike. Let's go.
Now Kelly looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up second and 10.
64, weak.
They'll keep it in the hands of Kelly. And an alley to run. And he's got this down to the 35. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
First seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
A little bit of space there for the first down run as that's going to get him about 5 yards. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Brings up second and 5 at the 31-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's second and 5.
Too little, Cap. Protein spill. Ready, go. Check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. Let's go. Let's go. Let's put on offense. Let's go. Check 45 to Mike. Check 45 to Mike. Hey, get in the weight room. Get it.
And they'll try the jet sweep here. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11.
On the ready.
At the 18-yard line.
We